Is there a particular kind of framework or methodology you've seen that works really well for people that, because like I was telling you in the pre-show, our whole goal here at Agency Mastery is really to help all the agency owners kind of transform their hard work into an asset that they have the option to sell.
Yeah.
So is there like what kind of tools or what kind of methodologies have you seen that the listeners could start to follow?
Sure. It's sort of philosophical to everything you do is like, is this going to make my business more dependent on me? If we win this big client, am I just going to be more sucked into the day to day? Or by contrast, am I happy to have a smaller agency, even a less profitable one, if my team does the work? And I think that's a different headspace. The more practical tool I would give you is TVR, teachable, valuable, repeatable. It's an acronym you can remember, TVR. And effectively what it means is you take what your agency offers, all the services, SEO, PPC, branding, brochures, whatever your agency happens to specialize in, and put them all on a whiteboard and give each service a score out of 10 on the following. How teachable is that service to my underlings? If you happen to still do TV creative, which probably nobody does on this pod, but that's a very unteachable thing, right? Like there's a romance to it. There's a zeitgeist to understanding. Like it's not easy. But if you offer SEO services and there's like a monthly report you can deliver and it's a fairly standard set of services that you offer, well, that's something that you could teach young employees to deliver, right? So T is the teachable. Valuable is the opposite of commoditized, right? So while SEO services may be teachable, you might make the argument that they're becoming a little more commoditized. Certainly PPC management is becoming a very commoditized service, right? Everybody and their brother offers PPC management now. So that would be like score low on the V in valuable, right? So some people get mixed up about what valuable means. The way I think of it is it's the opposite of commodity, right? It's differentiated service. Mm-hmm. And then R stands for repeatable. So repeatable are services that your agency clients need to buy on a recurring basis, right? So if you get once every 26 years get hired to do a rebrand for a company, right? That could be a highly lucrative project, but it's not recurring. Like people don't rebrand every week or every month. So you're going to look for a service that people need on a recurring basis. Here again, search engine optimization is something that people need. They need an audit. They need to know how their keywords are doing on a regular. So that's going to score high and repeatable. And what you're going to do is basically score all of your services on TVR. Now, the most bold among you, the ones that most want to be parents, will pick the one or two services that score highest on all three. But that's going to be very, very unsettling for some people. And so if you're feeling squeamish about that idea and you're like, I'd be walking away from 90% of my revenue if I did that, then what I would at least do is once a year, jettison one of those services that scores the lowest. And so work up to it. Like make a commitment that every year you're going to drop one service that scores low on TBR. So that's probably where I would start on a very practical sort of way.
I really like that. And I totally agree with you with dropping the services that you rank really low. Because let's say you don't do the service very well. Well, your client thinks that's the best you can do. So they're never going to go with you for anything else. And then what they're also going to do is they're going to actively tell people they are not happy with the service that you do. And then the one thing I would tell you with the TBR, I would take out sevens. Whenever I do like a ranking of 10 through 1,
that's a cop
take out 7. It's a cop-out number if you think about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I see when people rank stuff, like even in NPS scores, I'm like, take out 7 because that's the safety number.
Yeah.
Like I want to know, are we really good or do we suck? Like that's it.
Yeah, which is why some NPS guys are going to 5, right? Because it sort of forces you to get out of the kind of the middle ground a little bit. Like, am I a 5? Well, you could argue a 4 is certainly a 3 is you got work to do, right? So,
or you can just make it easy. Be like, would you recommend us to your best friend?
Right? Yes or no? Right?
It's like No? Like, all right, then why not? Like, what
Yeah.
can we do? I hope you enjoyed this content. If you want more content like this, make sure you click on the link on the screen or check out your most popular podcast platform where the full episode is there. And until next time, have a swank day. What are you doing? Go check it out. Click on the link. I'll see you soon.